The Kick and Makeup MMA show is brought to you by Neon Energy Drink. Light it up.
Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Well, I'm going. Go on, then. Can I kick it?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Kick and Makeup Show. I'm the American Hybrid, Nick Cunningham. With me, as always, Jeremy, JD Dorsey. And as you can see, we are not live from the living room, but I don't want to say that thing.
No.
I just wanted to do it one last time. We are not live from Analog. We
need a different song for Live from Analog.
Yeah.
I'll come up with something.
Like Stolen, but like a remix of Mario Brothers.
Sort of like the one playing right now.
Listen.
That works.
I had something too that I was gonna say to you, and I guess I can't. I just prefaced that I'm gonna talk to you, which is what we're gonna do.
You got words you like to speak.
Yeah. It's formalities today. We need an intro song. I think we need. I don't know, because I do like our Can I Kick It? Yeah, yes, we can. I like that intro, but I feel like every now and then we should sneak in, like, maybe have somebody do a Kick and Makeup, like, song for us. Or
Okay, here's the problem with that.
Okay. Ooh.
If we perform it, that'll be fine.
Okay.
If somebody else does it, and like, you know, we ask everybody out there on Twitter and Facebook and all that stuff to do it, and somebody submits one and we don't use it, it's gonna suck for them.
Yeah.
And also, if they do it and we only get like one submitted, and then we have to use it.
Well, what? Yeah. Well, so me and you need to talk off camera then, and figure out what instruments we play, where we're comfortable at. Yeah. I mean, I have instruments. Do I play any of them? No, not really. All right, so that's what we're thinking. I can sing.
No, that's it though.
That's
all
it.
I got.
I won't sing again. I'll save it for later. So, all right. So we are here live from Parker's Pub in Moline, Illinois.
Top secret location.
Right. If you guys don't know about it, good, because it's my brother's garage. So if you did know about it and you're like, I go there all the time, I'd be like, that's B&E, breaking and entering. And I don't appreciate that. But we do appreciate him, though, letting us use his garage bar.
Yes. And for everybody, I'm rolling some pictures real quick of the pub. It's dope. It's not like, and when you say like garage, people probably would think like, oh my God, they're in the garage.
Right. And
you think that there's just this one picture right here, but no, there's all this other stuff, man. So I'm gonna snap some pictures and show them everybody real quick.
Yep. So, big thank you to him. I helped him name the bar. I helped do a little bit in here, so I feel like
you deserve it.
I feel like I own 1% of this bar. If you check any contracts, you're not gonna find them. If you even ask him if he and I had this conversation of me owning 1% of this bar, he's gonna say no. It's all in my head, and I just thought of it right now. But we do appreciate him because we had some schedule swaps and changes. That's okay with all the stuff going on.
Yeah, it kind of worked out for the best.
So we got to give a shout out to our sponsor. Our past tense form. I don't even know.
This is it.
This is the last Neon. We're gonna be. I feel like I want to talk to him too. I'm gonna talk to him. You talk to him. I'm gonna talk to him again.
All right.
I'm gonna be like that. Sad ex-boyfriend. Like, come on, just a few more, a little bit longer.
One more time.
Just, can we get...
Let's go ahead and re-up.
Re-up for 1 month to 7 years longer for us. And
1 month to 7
But anyway, we got to give him a big shout out. Go to www.glowenergy.neonenergyclub.com. Check them out. Delicious. I still want, even if they're not our sponsor, I still want some Neons.
Of course. I just want to drink it on the show then.
Yeah, I'll drink it before the show and after the show. I'll drink it on the show still. I'm not mad at them. So big shout out to them. I just want to get these particulars out of the way. First of all, man, are we friends still, man? Where were we? Both of us this past 2 weeks. I had a busy 2 weeks.
Yeah, I did too. Running out of town.
Yeah.
It's been a busy one.
I know. I called you to do, you text me to do the show. I felt like crap after this weekend of just like working a bunch and running the half marathon and all that stuff. And so I was like, hey, buddy, what's new?
Want to do a show?
Yeah, we got this thing going on.
Talk about some MMA.
Let's do that. Let's get to some MMA. Let's get to that. So www.kickandmakeup.com is the show. It's the show's website. Yeah, it's the show's website. Go there, check it out. Let us know what you think. See the past shows. My Ola America news articles still
which are
flowing
taking
in.
off.
Thank you, man. Still flowing. A lot of opportunities have popped up, so I'm just taking as many interviews as I can. So yeah, hopefully some new stuff coming up soon. Have some stuff on the horizon but not confirmed, so keep an eye out there. Our Facebook group page is you are MIA from Facebook, buddy.
Yeah, me and Facebook kind of broke up, so yeah.
And I'm not watching the damn cactus. I don't care what that cactus, that Facebook group page cactus is doing. So once again, and we lied again. We didn't do any. We said we were gonna do a surprise giveaway. We didn't do that.
No.
I don't. Whatever.
It's a cactus. If it was like a
fuck
fern,
that cactus.
We would do a little bit more.
Yeah. So don't. Now we're just telling people don't join the group page. Just check it out.
Look at it. Think about clicking on the invite yourself in button and do it, but then just don't come back like we do.
Yeah, but then do go to Twitter at Kick and Makeup is the show's, at Hybrid MMA is mine, at Jeremy JD Dorsey is yours. Big stuff going on there. Instagram as well at Kick and Makeup, and then YouTube. You're watching that now. Thank you guys for painting little kids and defacing police stations and doing big planes with smoke in the air.
We've gotten first-hand accounts and reports of people doing these
thank
things.
You guys. So you guys,
we really appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate it. You guys think of something next. I don't know. We told you last time, just like and subscribe. This week it's up to you. You know, it's becoming fall, so maybe like rake your leaves and make Kick and Makeup words with the leaves. The
big K.
Yeah, the big K with your leaves. K. A leafy K. K-leaf. K-leaf sounds like a drug.
I was gonna say that sounds like weed.
Never mind. All right,
that would be cool. Can we get our own strain of like marijuana?
I mean, it's Illinois is doing pretty well lately with this, so I'm not mad at that. I mean, we can. I can ask around. When I say I can ask around, I have nobody to ask. But I like to say that sometimes about things that you don't have context.
Talk to my weed guy,
Like, let me get back to you on that. Like, that's what I'm going to start saying with, like, horrendous things. Like, not horrendous, but just things that like, what about that jet plane? Oh, let me ask my jet guy. Yeah. I'll get back to you.
My aircraft guy.
Who has an aircraft guy?
Yeah.
All right, so.
I want to mention, too, I'm going to be appearing on TSPN, at TSPN. On Twitter, I believe is the handle. If not, I'm going to be tweeting it out constantly. So make sure you guys check that out. It's going to be on the show on this Sunday at I believe it's 10 p.m. Central Time. So 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Going to be appearing on there talking some UFC, recapping the fight night for Saturday, and also talking a little WWE.
Awesome. We're gonna talk some WWE.
And I didn't know, like, I was
too.
talking to Joe, the guy who runs the station, and he was saying that wrestling is actually like 20 times bigger than MMA in Canada. So pretty much, unless they got a little GSP breaking news or something like that, MMA doesn't really do huge numbers. But
well,
WWE
I mean, there's a lot of children in the world. There's a lot of children. There's a lot of people that just. They like wrestling. I'm not saying that.
Like double the numbers that wrestling does here. So it's
wow,
like ridiculous.
Double. All right. We can't get. This is like a preview of our segment later. If you guys know,
yes,
I love to talk about some WWE. It's my favorite. All right, I do love to talk about everything going on in MMA though. Like ridiculous. Good thing that we. Had a schedule change because my God, man, in the last few days, big things going on. The biggest announcement, which kind of goes in with the high kick too. So anyway, high kick, low kick, high kick, bull kick. That's our segments. Best and worst things in MMA.
Coco high kick too.
Coco high kick. There's so many good things that go on. We need like 5 high kicks in our show. And then that's some bull kick is where we talk about some crazy going on. We're gonna talk about our shirts today. I want somebody that doesn't know like the segment to be like, why are they? I'm cool. And then I'm gonna talk about WWE. I can't wait. So announcements, biggest announcements. Conor McGregor, Eddie Alvarez, main event, UFC 205, NYC. Boom, dropped.
Yeah.
I like that we were talking about that before. Like, was that planned? Was that not? You know, you asked me before. I said I think it just kind of worked its way, but it was probably planned.
Yeah, I would guess to some degree.
Right.
I would think that somewhere along the way they knew that it was going to happen, or it was a strong possibility of it. I don't think that anybody does anything just out of nowhere. I don't think those fights come together that quickly. Like, you know, Eddie just decides to jump on Twitter and starts chirping about it, and Dana says, maybe we should do this. Like, I would think that they've already run through everything that they would like to do over the next few months. So I don't think that it's something that they just run in the mill just thought of.
Yeah, I was waiting to and seeing, because I looked up the fight card and I saw main event still empty, and I'm like, who are they going to put in this? You know, and I honestly thought they were going to do Diaz McGregor 3, even though they said they weren't going to. You know, I didn't really think Conor, honestly. Like, I just thought, like, Rousey. I thought Rousey was going to come back, but then her fight with Nunes, that's been kind of rumored a little bit too. So I'm not mad about it at all. And I was trying to think, too, of who wins that, McGregor, Alvarez, and like we said, too, what Alvarez comes out. Does the one that just runs at Conor? I don't think that's a good thing, though, to just run straight at Conor McGregor. No. Even if you are Eddie Alvarez, I think that's exactly what he wants him to do. So, you know, I don't know. That's a very intriguing fight. It's for the title. So for Conor, it's for the lightweight title. For Eddie, it's not for the featherweight title. And then he said if he gets both belts, so if Conor wins, he said he's going to have to relinquish his featherweight belt, right? Is that what's going on? Mm-hmm. Maybe. Like, there's all this, like, possibly. Like, there's a lot of things back and forth that has been going on. So we'll see what happens. But that's huge news.
Yeah, about as big as you can get whenever you have McGregor fighting again. So I'm excited to see how that goes down as we get closer. I'm sure there'll be a little bit more for us to break down. It's kind of tough to do it right now because it's so fresh. So you don't really know how camps are going to go and that type of thing.
Yeah, I'm excited too. Like this. So we're going to talk. Bless you. Oh, so we're going to talk.
Have you ever sneezed and felt like your soul just left?
Yes. When it gets caught. I think when the sneeze gets caught.
Oh.
And then you sneeze and it just hurts your chest.
Yes,
like,
I had that too.
That's
that one just felt like just everything just left. So
cleansed.
Hopefully it's a
that kind of sneeze.
Hopefully, yes. Hopefully that it's one of those sneezes from like allergies and not one of those sneezes that you get before you get a cold. You ever had one of those? Like
I feel like I'm on the.
Feel like it's different.
I may have given it to you because I feel like I felt like shit last night.
Thanks.
And I was down for the count, like achy, and then I woke up this morning. I'm like, all right, a little better, but yeah, I felt like shit, and I'm like, there's no way I can cancel this show after all this shit. I'm not canceling. All right, so high kick of the week, UFC 205 NYC press conference yesterday. Awesome, man. Let's just rattle down the fights and who was there, and then you tell me what one you're most looking forward to. So McGregor Alvarez, Woodley Thompson title fight, Joanna Karolina title fight, Weidman Romero, Tate Pennington. That's just the main card. The prelims have got Donald Cerrone, Kevin Gastelum, Frankie Edgar, Jeremy Stevens, and then who the fuck is this guy? That's what
Who the fuck is this guy?
Who the fuck is this guy? That was awesome.
It was. And I mean, like, okay, if you haven't seen, we're talking about McGregor and, having a fun little interaction with Mr. Stevens. But, yeah, if you haven't seen it, go to YouTube, go to UFC.com. I'm sure they got it on there. It's the best.
It's the best 40 minutes.
It really is.
It's awesome, man. And then just for other names, Rashad Evans, Tim Kennedy, that's cool. I don't really like either one of them, but people do.
Name.
And then Dana just forgets midway through, oh, yeah, Khabib and Michael Johnson are on this card too. I can't believe I forgot that. Like, that's
Throw it in there.
Yeah, so I'm thinking like that. I don't know if like the Tate and Pennington could be a main event on Fox Sports 1, and then that Khabib kicks it off, or reverse. But Khabib needs to be on the main card, I think. With that, that's such a big fight. So what do you seeing all those names, seeing the press conference yesterday, like which one are you most excited for?
As I study this sheet, I don't know if I can really pick one. I would have to say McGregor Alvarez, just because the ramifications it can mean for the sport. Whenever you have McGregor fighting, there's always something that is sort of overarching as far as the narrative for the entire sport whenever he fights. So you have to sort of place him at the top. But man, we got stacked card. Everybody says it's a stacked card. Everything is a stacked card. This is a ridiculously stacked card.
Yeah.
Now we just have to hope that everyone makes it, because that's always the hardest part. But this is a great card. I'm excited for the Joanna and Karolina match too. Woodley Thompson is ridiculous.
That's the one I like. I like Woodley Thompson, and I did not really dislike Tyron Woodley until yesterday, and I don't know why. Like, I didn't really like his attitude up there, and I don't know why he was getting booed either. Is Thompson East Coast guy? I don't know where he's from.
Not sure.
Maybe, and that's why. But I wasn't really sure why he was getting booed, because I agreed with him that he shouldn't be getting booed because of he just beat Robbie Lawler decisively, and then. I've been a Woodley fan, but something about him yesterday just rubbed me in the wrong way. And so now I'm really curious to see if he can do that again versus Thompson, or if Thompson just goes in there and picks him apart like he did Hendricks. I'm interested in that fight to see. I don't know. Do you know why he acted like that? I don't know.
I'm thinking it's the belt. I think the belt changes things, and it's kind of sad to say, but I mean, I kind of expect it nowadays when someone goes and works from the level that he worked at and moved all the way up and is able to eventually get the belt, that you kind of get that cockiness about you and the annoying sort of thing going. And I mean, it's tough not to. I would say it's tough not to, but I hope that that he is able to come out and put on a good show more so than anything else. I think Thompson is definitely a game opponent and somebody way different from Lawler. So he's gonna have to train differently. He's gonna have to work differently, because that fight, if he goes a rushing in, it's gonna it might not go his way. Right. But that's a really hard fight to call too. I like this card because so many of the fights are tough. Even the Tate Pennington fight.
I was just looking at that. They are.
No clue how that one's gonna go.
Yep.
No clue. I mean, if this was a year and a half ago, I'd say Tate easily, but now not so sure. So it'll be interesting. Like I said, we just need to hope for health for everybody on that card so that we can get it, because this one is better than 200.
Yeah, it is. It's better than 200 already on paper. So if it can live up to just what it looks like it's gonna be, I mean, huge. So that's November 12th. We can just move on. We're gonna talk about this card.
We'll break it down
ad nauseum later. So, Coco High Kick.
The gong sounds a little stronger in here, I think.
I think so. It's just there's a lot of room. It echoes a little bit.
Yeah.
So I gave the Coco High Kick this week to Cyborg for her big win over Lina Lansberg this weekend. Dominant win. Watching that fight, it was just a matter of time. I mean, there was no that Lina Lansberg too before was saying she was gonna do things that nobody had done to Cyborg before and blah blah blah, and then you get in there and Cyborg just worked her like all fight dominant. Those knees, like that's what I said too when I watched it. I noticed the knees, and that's a drill you do that I would imagine most people do. You grab the bag and you just skip. You skip your knees, and if you can get a good rhythm going, it's just one knee after another, and that's what she did, and then just broke her, man, early. Yeah,
it's one of those fights where you want to see Cyborg win, and you want to see her beat down her opponent, but as this fight went on, I started feeling sort of sorry for Lansberg, and I didn't want the fight to keep going. I think it went maybe 30 seconds longer than it should have, but I thought it was a good stoppage.
Yeah,
it was never in doubt, and I think that just shows how dominant Cyborg is at the sport. I don't really see her losing to anybody at this point in time.
No.
The only thing that I don't like is her and her weight cuts and all that stuff. I know that has to take a toll, and they said that she had rehydrated up to 170 after or when it was time to fight, but she still doesn't look the same 170 as when she normally walks around at 170 or 175. So I know that it takes a toll on her body. I know that it takes a toll on anyone's body when they have to cut weight like that. So it's going to lean into my Coco High Kick a little bit later, but yeah, it was a great performance by her. I give Lansberg credit for gutting it out, getting into that second round, which is something that I didn't expect anybody to really be able to do. She took a ton of damage. I don't like how she talked trash before the fight, and then after the fight, it's all, hugs and gracious. And I guess it's just to sell the fight, and I guess that's kind of what you have to do. But I wish there was a different approach that a lot of fighters would take when it comes to pre-fight trash talking to sort of hype up the fight. And
I don't think she needed to either. The Cyborg fights too, they kind of go under the radar, which this whole card kind of went under the radar. The Brazil cards do that sometimes. There's always like one good fight on the Brazil cards. But this one, Cyborg fights sell themselves. I don't know. I guess as an opponent, like you said, in general, you need to just say that, or not. You just go in there and you don't say much and you fight. And that way, if whatever happens. I don't know. I didn't think. And then I, unfairly looked at her and said, like, I don't even know, like, looking at you side-by-side comparison, you're not bigger than her. You don't look stronger. I don't know where this is. And I know that looks can be deceiving, but they weren't this time. So, yeah, I'm excited for the rumors that are popping up now with Cyborg and Rousey. Maybe they seem louder than normal, so we'll see about that. I get excited about rumors. I understand most of the time the rumors.
This is when I get to do my WWE stuff, or the way you do WWE and Me. When we start talking about Rousey, I just get dead in the eyes.
Okay.
These days.
All right. Cool. Let's move on.
Let's not move on. Let me talk about it real quick.
Okay.
I don't think that it's gonna happen. It's a look of frustration when I just nod my head like that. I wish that it would happen. There is no way that fight happens. There's no way that Rousey fights Cyborg as her first fight back. Maybe second. Maybe second.
Yeah.
There is no way that happens for her first fight back. No way. I don't think she beats Nunes.
You're right.
I don't think that she beats her. So I don't think that we're ever going to get. This is my bold prediction. Everybody always does bold predictions and, want to give hot takes on the show. Like, this is my hot take. Ronda Rousey will never win another fight.
Ooh.
Never. She has 2 fights left in her, and she's going to lose both of them.
That's pretty good, though. That's pretty good.
Bold take. Hot takes.
Hot cakes.
Just cut this part of the show out. And I'll tweet it out to everybody.
All right. Damn. I'm just sitting listening. I'm just watching the BullKicks. What was it?
Hot takes.
Hot takes.
Hot takes.
Hot takes of Jeremy Dorsey. All right, man. I'm just sitting back and watching. Like, you see me go, oh shit, this guy's fucking going crazy. I just said I was excited about Cyborg and Rousey, and this guy is talking about hot takes. Probably right though, man. I mean, Nunes is gonna be a big fight if that even happens. It's a big thing for her. I'm curious to see if she gets her on the ground again, if she just goes right back to her arm bars. I think we're past that, though, in this world these days. Well, who knows? Who knows? She might shock us and land one in 25 seconds, and we're all like, oh, my gosh. Yeah. We won't be like, oh, my gosh, but the world will be like, oh, my gosh.
I'll give a slight, oh, my God.
She's back. People
just
I can see that, though. I can see that happening, her winning in like 50 seconds and being like, she's back. She's back.
I'm happy to be where I'm at on this side of this debate. And I will eat my words afterwards. But you will never see me jump on the Rousey train.
Oh, I don't jump on that train. Oh, no. No, don't.
No disrespect.
Yeah.
No disrespect. You always got to put that up there. No disrespect when you say something disrespectful.
Sure.
No disrespect.
I like that. I'm going to say that a lot today, right before the most disrespectful
can I mention something else, too?
Yeah.
I guess I can do this kind of a Coco High Kick.
I'm in love with the
But yeah, I want to give a Coco High Kick #1 to Dominick Cruz and his commentary.
Oh yeah.
So ridiculous. Like it reminds me of when I watch other sports and you have those guys who you learn from as the game progresses, or as the if you're watching baseball, as the innings go by, you listen to certain legendary broadcasters and you learn things. That's one thing, like Chicago sports fans know Steve Stone. Steve Stone was a pitcher for the Cubs, but he does games for the White Sox right now, and he used to do games for the Cubs, but he was one of those guys who was known for like predicting a pitch before it happens, or like knowing so much about the game that he could just put it out there and then you see it happen. And when I was watching on Saturday and started seeing Cruz do that, I was like, oh my God. Like, a lot of people were kind of annoyed, and there's some debate going on Twitter that said like, oh, he isn't for the casual fan, and if you don't know anything about the sport, you're going to get lost listening to him. I'm not casual. So he's right up my alley.
Right.
And he was dropping bombs, just knowledge on top of knowledge on top of knowledge. And I would like to be his like partner,
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything. This guy is going to pretty much carry you all the way through. But as far as color commentary goes, it's ridiculous. Like, it reminds me a lot when we do commentary and like how good you are, and you can just put things out there, and because you've done the sport, you fought, and I think that really matters.
I think so too, man. I was even thinking that I learned a few things from him watching that. I forgot who took somebody's back, and he was too high, and he's like, he's gonna drop down to adjust that weight, because you don't want to walk around with that weight, so he's going to go, and immediately the guy went down. I was like,
did it.
Man, I haven't seen that in a long time, so I 100% agree, and I liked his tone, too. He wasn't yelling, and he didn't have the Goldberg, here we go voice. Like, he just was talking, and I was like, oh, man, this is very relaxing. Very relaxing to watch.
It's different from Rogan. And not trying to diss Joe Rogan at all, because I like his style too. But it was nice to have him as a change of pace. Like, it was great.
Yeah, I liked it, man.
And it was one of those situations where I just wanted to sit back and listen. And it's kind of rare, because as fights go on, and we watch so many of them, that you can kind of just like zone out while
I don't honestly listen to the commentary that much anymore. You're just watching the fight, and I hear it, but I don't pay attention. And this time, pay attention.
Oh yeah, all the way through.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I had another high kick. Oh, it was to Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan, yeah.
Putting out the call on Twitter for Dana White to do a UFC 145 division for women. I give him all the credit in the world. That's why he gets the other Coco High Kick this week. And Cyborg, everybody, I believe, is sort of begging for it.
Yeah.
The only thing, like we've discussed on this show before, the only thing I believe that holds them back from doing that is the appearance of the women who they might feel may be too big for television. Because I mean, like, even if you looked at that fight, Cyborg was in, really good shape.
Yep.
Lansberg was in good shape, but not like ripped or she had a little bit of roundness to her. And I don't have a problem with that. I don't think most fans have a problem with that. But I think when they look at it from a marketing perspective, they get nervous trying to figure out how they're going to market a quote-unquote bigger woman. My wife is way more than 145 pounds, and she's beautiful, and I love her. Big shot. Look at
man.
God.
Well,
I hope you're watching. I really hope you're watching this because you just got all the credit in the world. But I don't understand how at this day and age that we can be so vain to think that 145 is too big. Just like the 135 division, when it started, it was bare, and everybody talked about how there was no competition and that you could barely sustain this division. Then we went down to the strawweight, to the strawweight division too, and everybody felt the same way then. 145 might be bare for a year to some degree, but for that division, all you really need is 4 fighters. I'm sure you can find 4 people.
You're gonna get
who can carry that
bantamweights
division.
though. You're gonna get those 35 women that don't want to cut that much, and they're like, "Oh my God, thank you."
Yep.
So you already have a list ready to go.
Yep.
So I don't think it's gonna be bare at all. And I hope we get over that too. Not every fighter is gonna look like Paige Van Zandt and Misha Tate. Like, not every guy fighter, looks like whoever people like for the fight. I don't know. So, that makes sense to me. With different owners in the UFC now, that's got to be something they're talking about. With all the stuff with weight cutting and with the USADA coming in, testing more, being stricter on that, you've got to look at different things, and a women's featherweight division would be awesome.
What I didn't like was Dana being so dismissive of it too. Like, it's not like he said this is something that we're gonna think about in the future. Like, you can totally blow someone off by saying like, oh yeah, we're definitely gonna consider doing this in the future at some point in time if we can find the right talent. I think that's a very fair answer, even if you're not gonna do it. But to be so dismissive the way he was of it, I felt kind of like you didn't have to down it like that. And then I think that a lot of times too that they don't want Cyborg as the face of that division too. And as some people probably says that she isn't as pretty as a Paige Van Zandt or even a Ronda Rousey, but more fans, I believe, are starting to understand the sport, and they want to see dominant performances, and I think that's what she gives. And regardless of what she looks like, whenever I see her on TV, she gets tons of cheers. People love seeing her fight. Right. So it's not like she doesn't have a fan base or anything like that.
You're not going to be able to deny that after a while. And I think also that might be a marketing ploy, like we've talked about with Dana White, to dismiss it and then a month later make us think we all forgot about it. Then he comes out of the woodworks with like, boom, 45. You're like, oh shit, like I thought you said no.
Yep.
Like,
I fell victim to it. You're right, because he's done that so many times.
He's doing that a lot lately too. Like when
he did it with Alvarez and McGregor.
Yep. Nope, that's not gonna happen. You're not gonna fight for another division till you have your featherweight fight.
You see this guy?
Telling you, man.
Fucking genius.
Telling you.
He's a fucking genius.
Thank you, man. Thank you. No,
my
but
McGregor voice.
That was nice. My Irish accent is terrible, and I'm part Irish, so I didn't have anything
black Irish, man.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of those?
I don't know, but I know it's a real thing because I looked it up, and it's from a different part of Ireland. Maybe the southern part.
I have.
Just kidding. I don't know. No, I don't know.
Actually, you're gonna be like, wow, I don't know. But I have Irish in my family, in my blood, man. we did my sister and my mother did the Ancestry.com thing, and all this time we were talking about, we got Indian in our family and all that stuff. Like all black people say that they got Indian in their family.
Okay.
But that's what we thought. Okay. That's what we thought. But we found out that like outside of Nigerian and I think it's Ugandan or something like that, like the third largest percentage, but it's still relatively small overall, but third largest percentage is Irish. So I got a lot of Irish in me.
Hey, man.
Maybe I should be cheering on McGregor.
I was going to say, man.
Give me one of your shirts and let me, like, bust through it.
I got one, man. I got one for you. Yeah, that'll be a cute little belly shirt. Wear it at, whatchamacallit, St. Patrick's Day next year.
Yes. Ooh,
that's exciting, man. We can celebrate even more now.
Right?
Man, good news.
Yeah.
That's the fucking high kick. You're part Irish. I didn't know.
Yep.
All right, so.
A little part.
It's all you need. That's all you need. You don't need much.
About, probably like that much. My whole body is probably just like.
Just your drinking hand.
Yeah.
Just your drinking hand.
The only one I need.
The only one you need. There it is. All right, so moving on to the low kick. I like this low kick this week. I gave it to Roy Nelson for being Roy Nelson. And moving on. No, so this is why anybody that watched the UFC in Brazil card, you saw Roy Nelson fight. He fought Bigfoot Silva. He beat Bigfoot Silva. Not a bad fight back and forth, but it was decisively known. It was known as the fight went on that Nelson was landing the bigger shots. We've all seen Bigfoot not be able to take him. He lands this standing uppercut that just puts Bigfoot down.
Did Bigfoot have like different hair this time?
Yes,
he had
couldn't
hair. Quite figure
First
it
of
out.
all,
Okay,
he had hair, and decided to. It was just like this haircut that the hair was down. At first, I thought it was like braids that were down, but I think it was just like if I were not to put gel in my hair and just comb my hair straight forward, it just was in my eyes. That's what the haircut would be.
Bigfoot always has like a. I don't know, like a juicy face, like just a squishy, juicy kind of face. And and I think that
no disrespect to anybody with gigantism.
No disrespect.
We're not saying you guys have juicy faces.
but I think the hair made the face look less juicy. So
it was an odd look. It was an odd look.
But carry on.
Thank you. Sorry. Okay, it's fine though because I did think about it. What the fuck's going on with his hair? Shave your goddamn head. All right, so anyway, so Nelson lands this huge uppercut, puts Bigfoot down, goes on top, drops about 5 more shots. The fight's over. You see Nelson really pissed off because, and I didn't know at first why. Then he goes back and he playfully kicked John McCarthy in the ass, yelling at him, flicking him off. And then I'm like, what the hell's going on? And then later I find out that he felt like he knocked out Bigfoot out cold, I think, but he didn't. You can tell. And that he should have stopped the fight earlier because that's his friend. And he just McCarthy made him punch him, 5 more times. And that's why he was mad. The UFC or the Brazilian MMA Athletic Commission's looking into this because you can't touch a referee playfully, hostilely. Mm-hmm. That's what didn't sound right coming out.
I think that's right.
You can't touch a referee at all. I'm just not a fan of Roy Nelson anymore. And I was before, and I feel like he just always does things to keep himself some way in the news. And he already won, so that would have done it. But he's got to always do that. He's got to be the heel, doesn't he? Here you go. You're WWE. You're fucking heel. You love him? You fucking love him.
What he did was out of line. And it's just too much. Like you said, it's too much. I understand why he did it. And it can be different. This is something I don't know because I've never gotten that octagon and fought somebody and knocked somebody out. So I don't know if he felt like he had to do more because the fight wasn't being stopped. But you never touch the referee.
No,
you never touch the referee, and I'm sorry. That's sort of an unforgivable thing. There's no justification for doing that. I racked my mind because I like heels. I racked my mind trying to figure out how I would be able to say, like, yeah, that's okay. You know, try to give a hot take on that. But no, it's not. It's not cool. I don't understand why he did it, other than, like you said, just trying to do something extra to stay relevant. And I mean, if you keep knocking people out, you'll stay relevant enough.
Yeah.
So I don't think that that was necessary.
No, and you hear him arguing. They put some clips up between the rounds of them arguing back and forth, and I'm like, dude, he is probably the best referee in the business. You know, you're a fighter. Like, you fight, he referees. This is not his first fight. You know that you don't stop till the referee pulls you off. Friends or no friends, if you and I are fighting, you know, you sink a choke in on me, and and I don't tap, you're choking me unconscious, and until the referee, says stop. You're not gonna, as soon as you feel me go out, you're probably still not gonna release the choke until the referee puts his hand on you and you release it, whether you feel me go out or not. That could be me relaxing. That could be me, So I just thought, like, dude, just calm down, man. Like, and now he's looking at, being fined. Dana White thinks that he should get the book thrown at him. They've gone back and forth forever. Another guy before, Jason High, a few years ago, I believe, pushed the referee. He got let go from the UFC. Mm-hmm. So I don't think Roy Nelson will be let go from the UFC, but I do hope that he gets a pretty stiff fine, because this is bad precedent to set. With everything going on, you don't want to start nudging the referee and think
over the top.
Think that it's okay. Just too much, man. Just too much. That's why you got the low kick, man. I'm just not a huge fan. And like I said, I've met Roy Nelson before. I like him. He's a fun guy in the IFL back in the day. Like, he's a really fun and cool guy. But I just think he likes playing this role now, and it's not really him, I don't think. Mm-hmm. So, no need.
Desperate to stay relevant, yeah. I believe, more so than anything.
Yep.
And exactly. He's at the lower tier of the heavyweight division too. So the only way to get that the only way to move up is to continue to knock people out. So I hope he's able to do that for his career's sake.
I wish he would have, back in the day, like when it was the topic of him losing weight and being a light heavyweight, I really wish he would have dropped down to light heavyweight just to see what he could have done. Mm-hmm. But he never did that. Mm-hmm. But man, we'd be talking about a whole different Roy Nelson.
Wasn't that like maybe 3.5, 4 years ago, where they were sort of buzzing
they were like
about
telling
that?
him to lose weight, like, and making it a thing, like, and then he just said no, I'm not going to. Whatever. So, all right. So that's the low kick. That's some bull kick this week. This is a tough one for me. Ouch, because me and Invicta, we're buddies, we're friends.
We
and
haven't
stuff.
done an Invicta one in a long time, if ever.
What's that?
A bull kick.
I know Invicta. We've never done a bull kick for Invicta. I feel like I don't like this, but we didn't. You made this happen, Invicta. you did this. This hurts me more than it hurts you. Right? Is that the saying? When you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when you spank somebody.
I was saying when a
I hate
parent spanks their kid and this hurts me. No, I'm pretty sure it hurts the fucking kid.
Yeah.
Because you're an adult and you hit a kid.
Yep. You're doing it.
Pretty sure it hurt him more. All right. So. Weird analogy, really quick, but all right. So
fitting though.
It was fitting. All right. So that's the bull kick. That's some bull kick goes to Invicta FC this week for their treatment of now former flyweight champion Barb Honchack, who is also from around the area, Quad Cities. We know her. She's been we've covered her fights. We've talked to her. Good, cool lady. Mm-hmm. She was stripped of her title at the weigh-ins for Invicta FC 19. That was this past weekend. But she was not told by Invicta that was happening. She found out on social media, found out on Twitter like the rest of us did. So I got some quotes here too. That made the main event fight between interim champ Jennifer Maia and Roxana Modafferi a major title fight. So then she said, I understand that Invicta would want to take the title, but since I've been out for an extended amount of time, I would have liked to have the opportunity to relinquish it instead of finding out on Twitter. Pretty fair quote. And then apparently there was a conversation between her manager, Ed Soares, and Shannon Knapp in June. Knapp said that the conversation happened, that there was understanding that this was going to happen later. Soares said it wasn't set in stone. The conversation did kind of happen, but nothing was set in stone. Knapp and Invicta matchmakers Julie Kedzie and Caitlin Young have tried to reach out to Honchack, but haven't got a response. What did you think, man, when you saw this?
There has to be more behind the scenes that we don't know. There has to be a little bit of bitterness or a lot of bit of bitterness on the end of Invicta to just rip the belt from her like this.
Right.
If all that was needed was a call and you didn't do that, there's a lot of personal stuff going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. And it's unfortunate that it ended that way for Barb and for Invicta to part ways like that, because she is a great champion. It was great seeing her fight, in her hometown.
Which was now her last fight, which wasn't meant to be that.
Right. And it's, it's understandable on Invicta's end because there has been such a delay in between her fighting, and it's understandable. But I would assume that professional policy would be to at least give someone a phone call or say like, "Hey, this is coming." Even during that conversation that they had, almost lay down a law and say like, "Okay, if you don't fight within the next 2 months, we're going to take the belt from you." I don't understand why that couldn't have happened.
Right.
That doesn't.
I want to know more about
sense.
this talk in June as well, because when it came up, I think, late Friday night, right after the weigh-ins for Invicta, or Thursday night, probably came in Thursday then, Friday, something like that. It was Friday. So I was not surprised. We, obviously from our area, a lot of Barb fans and friends, gym teammates outraged from this. And I looked at it, I felt like a reporter's point of view, like, yeah, it's been 2 years. Like, I'm not surprised at this. I didn't think it was right the way it sounded like it was going down, but I, like you said, wasn't surprised at it. But I think more is going to come from this. It just seems like, with these big names, the owners of Invicta, Ed Soares, who's been doing this forever, like, some people on both ends are leaving something out. There was something that is just like that last piece of the puzzle where we're going to find out what really happened. Because I just can't, like I said, the first time Invicta's ever got a BullKick, they run a great organization. I just can't see them at all just springing this up and doing this to Barb. So
yeah, I don't really see that either. They're like you said.
So maybe more the BullKick for just how it's seemed to happen.
And especially for right now with the limited amount of information that I believe we have. And it's sort of like when things go down with the UFC too. We cover them on the show, we talk about them, but we always say that there's that one little bit that we don't know that's being held, by the parties involved or one party involved that we don't know, which would shed a whole lot of light on the situation. I believe that's probably the case in this one.
Okay, so that's
it's like a soft BullKick.
It is. It's like
it's not the full out like
calf kick.
Yeah.
A calf kick? Because bull's big and a calf is baby calf.
Yeah.
You know what? Speaking of calves, awesome segue. So this past, we're my brother's pub, his garage pub, Parker's Pub. We celebrated his dog's first birthday this past Sunday. Have you ever been to a dog's birthday party?
Not at all. No.
No. Balloons, cake, presents. I fucking wrapped the present just for fun because
How did that feel?
I wanted to see if he would like tear through it because I got him. So why I brought this up was because you said calf kick. We said calf kick. I found a blueberry calf's ear for him to eat. Nice. Awesome. I'm buying the weird shit. Like a blueberry flavored calf's ear and then a pig snout, big old pig snout.
Yes.
So I put these in and I was like, I can't just give this brown paper bag that I got from, Teskey's. So I was like, I want to wrap this and I just had a little hole too so he could smell it. And I was hoping he was going to dig and he fucking didn't do that. So, but yeah, man. Yeah. Viewers out there, if you have birthday parties for your dogs, unsubscribe to this show
immediately.
Don't ever watch this show again. Weird. It was just, yeah. I love my brother and his wife, and thank you guys because I know you're watching. But have you watched this segment? But we were all sitting around like, "Is this going on?" And it was fun too. Like we had a good time, but we're all just sitting around like, "Is this going on?" And what was awesome too is like people got him toys and presents and like snacks, and this dog was like overwhelmed with all these pile of snacks and shit. He's like running circles around these snacks.
What kind of dog is it?
It's a little Chihuahua.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's a little Chihuahua that was just overwhelmed with snacks and treats and shit, and that was hilarious. So just weird though. Dogs.
Yeah, I've never even really thought of doing that.
Well, okay, good. That's why we're friends. But if you were to have one ever, it was fun. I don't, I can say all day long it's weird and I'll make fun of it, but we had some good food.
What about for your cat?
Nope. I'll just get him presents. Okay. But we're not gonna have anybody over.
Your cat is evil, by the way.
I know. He'd probably look at your present and just smack it out of the table like.
Then smack me.
I don't fucking want this. Yeah.
Like, he would look at
boom,
me and smack.
Boom. Two smackers.
What the fuck is this?
I already have one of these. Boom. I hope so, man. I hope so. And we had one more thing. What's the time? We don't want to talk about this birthday party anymore. Okay. But some really good food. So we had hot dog, which is hilarious to have. Yeah. So I wanted to make my chili cheese dog. So hot dogs, chili, cheese over that, and then I've been starting to crunch up chili cheese Fritos over the top of chili cheese dogs.
That's awesome.
So good, man.
I bet you that's awesome.
It was delicious. Baked beans. It was good. Some good food. Some mac and cheese.
Wow.
So good food. So thank you guys. I made fun of you all week for having a dog birthday party. Went to it. Actually had a good time. I do not want to come back to the second. Don't have a second one. Just have the first one. But it was good. But like, yeah. So I got to give him a shout out for that. I made fun of him all week, but it's a good time. Good time. Dog had a good time.
And there's nothing wrong with that. At least you can recognize that you enjoyed it. You weren't really cool with the setup and the idea of it, the premise, but it turned out good.
It did. You know what's going to turn out even better? Oh, the segue. Can we get Goldberg's music for this? Like, slowly walking.
Do the sparks to fall.
Yeah, get a spark thing.
The police escort. Dude, okay. I'm about to mark out real quick. Goldberg's entrance. Greatest entrance of all time.
Yes.
So awesome.
Breathing smoke.
Yes. Just like, it was so badass.
It
man.
was,
like, you got to have the police escort, and they're like walking with you, and then you come out and the sparks fly, and he's just grunting and punching the air. Like,
he snarled too.
Right?
Like, yeah. I did love the Goldberg era when I was 16.
I still do, man.
Cool.
It's memories.
It is. I liked Goldberg. That's why I said I want the music. All right, so
he might be coming back too. They've been kind of doing that, but he's old as hell.
I have a theory. No? Okay, now you can look. I have a theory. Okay, so for all you guys that didn't know what this segment is, this is called WWE and Me. It's where I get to have some minutes here with my buddy JD, and we talk about wrestling and how cool it is and how much we can't live without it and how I DVR it. I have 3 DVRs at my house because they're all full. They get so full of me recording everything, and I have WWE Network. It costs $9.99. I get all the pay-per-views, and man, I just can't wait to do this segment. And also, I hate wrestling. It's so fake, and I'm gonna make fun of it. Now, number 1. CM Punk may return to the WWE at Ring of Honor in a mask. Is that true?
Is it true?
I like typing all that out in a mask. So, what is Ring of Honor? Where, like somebody gets married, or is it like a ring?
It's just a name. Just like they had Clash of Champions on Sunday. It's just a name.
Ring of Fake Honor. Fake Ring Honor. Honor meaning no honor.
Whether this is gonna happen or not, I seriously doubt it. But got to take a little bit of credit. Both of us, I think, need to take a little bit of credit on this one because we talked about how he came out and like bashed the WWE so hard before he got into his fight, then got his ass beat, and now he's talking about coming back. It was inevitable. It was inevitable. This is gonna happen.
Are you guys?
No. Okay.
Is the community welcoming him back with
I have
open
to.
arms?
The community is yes.
Oh,
Me,
God.
not so much. Only because when I stopped watching wrestling, coincided with CM Punk's rise of into wrestling. So I never watched any of it. Like, I literally have never seen a live show with CM Punk on it. I've only seen clips, highlights, some of his classic matches, that sort of thing. You can find them all on WWE Network, $9.99, like you said. But but yeah, I don't really think this is gonna happen like that. It wouldn't shock me though. It's gonna happen eventually anyway, because he's not gonna do MMA long term.
Can I come over and for his fight back, and will you have me over and we make a bunch of food, my favorite foods, and have my favorite drinks, sit and wait for me, and then guess what? I'm not showing up.
Okay, yeah, that sounds fun.
Okay, cool. It's a date. All right, so number 2. Okay, you're gonna be so proud of me, man. Yesterday, when I was grilling, I came in the house. I had something on the background. I turned it to Tuesday Night SmackDown. Is that what it's called? Tuesday Night SmackDown?
It's called SmackDown Live.
SmackDown Live.
Yes.
I turned it to SmackDown Live. I said, fuck it. Whatever. Let me see what the fuck's going on. I turn it. The Miz is talking, and he says to some guy with a beard, your career versus my title in 2 weeks. What's up with that? Who's the guy with the beard? Who's the lady that was behind him? How is the Miz so popular now? And
all right, confession.
Oh, you didn't watch?
Confession.
So
you actually watched more WWE this week than I did, because it's been a long week for me, and I haven't seen anything, so I don't even know what this is. I don't know who is doing what. I haven't even read WWE news, so yeah.
Well, I don't know who the guy in the beard is.
I'm guessing that's was it kind of a reddish beard, sort of like yours?
No, it was a smaller beard.
Oh,
I don't know, man. But the guy looked like he was gonna cry afterwards when the Miz like flicked the mic and dropped it and walked off, and the guy was like, ooh, like he has a pathetic look on his face.
Heath Slater, maybe.
You can start saying
you
Bob
watched
Johnson.
It. You watched it.
Larry LaLuva. I don't know. Like,
Larry LaLuva.
I don't fucking
God,
know.
I'll write that down. I'm gonna do a search for Larry LaLuva and put his face like right over my head for a second.
I don't know.
Larry LaLuva. There he is, right there.
Larry LaLuva.
Hi, Larry.
What does he look like? He looks like the picture of the meme where it's like the picture with the side picture of the. That's what Larry LaLuva looks like.
Larry LaLuva.
So anyway, yeah, the Miz challenged somebody in some fight in some fucking card. Who cares?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
Was it Daniel Bryan?
Sure, it was Daniel Bryan.
Man, that's the only thing I could.
Yes, it was. It was Daniel Bryan. All right. Okay. Number 3. This is the last one. And we said last week it was going to keep going down. So now we're down to 3. We were like 12, 8, 5, 3.
Yeah, before you know it's just going to be WWE and Me.
WWE and Me. And one thing.
And not even one. Just
Nope.
in the show. Just announce it, then end it.
Yep. All right. Number 3. WWE star Ryback, a.k.a. Bill Goldberg's older brother. Wants to try MMA and sign with Bellator. That's
true. I did see that.
This is my thing.
I did see that.
I said, AKA Bill Goldberg's older brother, or that is Bill Goldberg coming back. Yeah, does that guy kind of look like Goldberg?
Yeah, he has
Ryback.
Yeah.
Why is his name Ryback?
Bigger. I don't know.
What's Ryback mean? Like, what is it? Like, what is the?
Maybe I think I don't know. See,
is his name Ryan Backerland? And
maybe his
Ryback?
maybe his last name really is Ryback or something like that. It probably is. Like, see, this is where I'm supposed to be the WWE aficionado and know this type of stuff, and I don't even know.
Hey, fans,
So,
I think you've seen over the course of the last few months, once again, 100% with everything I said today. Facts, 100% facts. Everything I say is real. And this guy is not even watching last night. I'm grilling. I'm cooking, baking. I'm cleaning.
Bacon.
I'm writing the script. I'm watching WWE in the background, like, okay, but no, it's It's why it's called WWE and Me, not him, just me, not him, not me, and me.
Yep.
Cool. All right.
Sweet.
Good segment.
You nailed it.
I always cry during this segment. I don't know why, man. I think my fiance makes fun of me sometimes when I say a joke and then she doesn't laugh, but I'm like crying. She's like, "You really crack yourself up, don't you?" I was like, "I do."
It's generally pretty hilarious.
I really do.
I think our show is really funny.
I do too. I laugh a lot when I watch it back.
I laugh when I edit it. That's when I have the most fun.
Good.
And especially like these segments and stuff, and when you start doing your WWE entrances and all that stuff, it's funny.
It's a good one.
I like throwing a little stuff in there too from time to time.
Yeah.
Just random pictures. Oh, did you even see? You didn't comment on my "You're the best around" from last week's episode?
I did. Oh, I know. I didn't comment on it. I don't comment a lot. If you don't see, I don't comment on our own show.
Yeah.
But I did see it, man. I didn't even. Yeah, I see it.
The Cobra Kai.
It was awesome when I said that. I saw them pop up, and then I loved it, man. Just because I don't comment doesn't mean I don't. Yeah, that was pretty nice, man.
I enjoyed it.
No,
I like editing.
You're doing better too. It's getting more. There's more stuff coming.
It is, and it's annoying. But I like doing
Celebrate. It. I didn't comment on that either. But all of a sudden, when we were back at Analog, Celebrate came on. I'm like, oh, dude, that's awesome, man.
Yep. Yeah.
I just don't tell you.
Okay,
We didn't talk in 2 weeks, man.
Yeah, we heard.
I was too busy at my cousin's plantation wedding in Nashville.
I'm not even doing that one. We need to have conversations off camera about that one.
Yeah, it was a beautiful wedding. It was in Nashville, in Franklin. You guys can Google.
Did you see Django? Was he there?
He was there. You sent a mean text too, man. I was like, if Django comes out today, I'm on his side. You're like, no, you're not. Like, oh shit! God damn! I was just kidding, man. I see you. Very beautiful wedding, Carnarvon Plantation in Franklin. Just a very interesting.
See, I got into a debate.
Unique venue.
I got into a debate with my wife about that too. Like, how would I feel going to a plantation for a wedding? And I said I feel kind of weird, but depending on who it was, I would get over it. Like, if it was your wedding, I'll go. Yeah. Like, it would just be kind of awkward though. Yeah. Like, I would walk in and feel the souls.
You did. There was this. I feel like there was a presence. I'm not sure, but definitely wasn't the Ramada, where you just walk in and have a wedding.
Were there other people of color there besides yourself and your fiance?
Not a whole lot. A few.
Were they working?
Would you say there was a plethora of people of color? Not a whole lot.
Were they working?
A few were.
Oh gosh.
A few were. It just,
it's interesting.
I'm not shitting on it at all because it was a beautiful wedding.
I can understand. I just think that's interesting.
It was interesting. That was the name. That was the theme of the day. Interesting. Beautiful wedding though. Beautiful wedding.
What do you think, Kick and Makeup fans? Plantation weddings, yay or nay? Mm-hmm. What's your hot take?
What is this hot take now? Is this your new thing for coming up on your show on Sunday?
Yes.
It is. You got to.
No, it's not. I don't know. I just do things.
Did you make up hot take right now?
No, I've heard other people say it.
Oh, all right.
A lot of the stuff that I just end up regurgitating things subconsciously from other shows that I listen to, because since I don't work right now because I'm rehabbing my knee, all I do is listen to sports talk radio and podcasts and all sorts of stuff. So,
cool. All right. Yeah. Let's get into our last segment because we are a little bit over an hour point now. So we'll wrap it up with shooting shit about shirts.
Yes.
We're shooting shit about shirts. We're shooting shit about shirts.
Ooh.
Because we're shooting shit about shirts.
Wow. I kind of got a little chill from that, man.
Thank you.
Slightly amazing.
Just a little something I came up with on the drive over.
Slightly amazing.
Thank you.
Partially awesome.
Appreciate it. All right, so
a little soul in that too. I felt it.
I got a little soul in me, man. Yeah. Like, you know, just a little bit. I got so much other stuff in me. It's a potpourri. I'm a potpourri of culture. All right, so this is the segment where we wear new shirts. Yes. We talk about our shirts. We shoot the shit about our shirts. Yes. I love that we're both nerding out. I like this too, man. Like, I like the Punisher shirt, but it's got the stripes, which makes it like
100% from Walmart. It's fucking awesome.
What is this when shirts have this? It's like a different style of shirt. Yeah. It's like I don't know. I like it though. It's not the ringer tee because those are on the bottom. The ringer tees are when the bottom's raised, but the stripes something different. I like it's like I don't know. I like it though. Punisher, you can never go wrong with Punisher. It's kind of fitting because Punisher's gonna have a Netflix series coming up next year, I believe. Yes. And then they're going to be the Defenders with Luke Cage, which starts Friday.
Is it Friday? Yep. Oh, my God. Okay. We're talking about that next episode.
Yeah, we are.
I'm going to end up watching that whole thing this week.
I am too. I'm going to watch it. When I say I am too, I'm going to watch 2 episodes. I'm going to try to watch a lot of them.
The whole thing. Yeah. I already know.
So you guys saw couple of months ago or about a month ago, I had my Luke Cage Hero for Hire shirt. Netflix series starts this Friday. When I was looking at, Luke Cage stuff, I'm like, who is this? His friend? Who is this ninja? That's just a billionaire ninja that learns kung fu. Right here, Iron Fist. I didn't know a whole lot about Iron Fist.
And he has a show coming too.
He does next year too. So Netflix is killing it with these Marvel shows, and they're doing these side characters. Jessica Jones.
Did you watch Jessica Jones?
I didn't finish it.
Dude.
I know, man.
Dude, you have to.
No, bro.
You have to.
That's going to be my new line today. I know, bro. That's what I'm going to say. No, I need to, man. I watch so many goddamn shows, dude. I'm watching Scream Queens now. Awesome.
I haven't seen that.
The maker of American Horror Story and Glee and Ryan.
Is it a combination of American Horror Story and Glee?
Kind of, with no singing.
Oh, okay.
It's a horror show, though. It's awesome, dude. It's more like American Horror Story.
Okay.
Ryan Murphy. He's an awesome.
Good American Horror Story or bad American Horror Story? Because season 1, 2 was really good.
Yeah, it's campy.
3,
it's funny and campy. I mean, it's got John Stamos as a doctor. You can't go bad with that. It's hilarious. Jamie Lee Curtis.
Okay. Wow, I ain't seen her since True
I know.
Lies,
They brought her back. It's horror, so, she's the original Halloween queen.
True.
So, good show. So, yeah. Excited.
Favorite time of the year, too. I'm sorry.
Oh, my God. Me too, man.
Love it.
Me too, dude. I cannot wait for all these scary movies to start popping up again. Even on Netflix, you go, it's like all movies.
Just
so yeah, man. It's just like shooting shit about shit. Yeah. Just about whatever, man.
Yes.
But yeah, these are our shirts.
Where'd you get your shirt from?
jcpenney.com.
Nice.
Shipped to store.
Nice.
55% off sale.
Wow.
I mean, this shirt was dirt cheap, and they're so comfortable too, man. I like the color. I'm excited about this Iron Fist series coming up. I'm excited about all their series. And then they make them all together in the Defenders series, which
it's like Avengers all over again, but a whole season.
But better Avengers though, grittier Avengers. The older I get, the more nerdy I'm getting, and I'm owning it, which is something I didn't think I was gonna do when I was 12, collecting cards. I guess how kind of you own the WWE, and you're fine with it. I'm fine with owning Marvel stuff, literally, and wearing it and talking about it. And
comic book movies, Marvel, DC, whoever you want to say it, have come a long way, man.
Yeah,
they really have, and it's not so nerdy to be a nerd anymore.
No,
people kind of look at it being cool now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I used to get teased for this type of shit when I was younger.
I was gonna say in high school, if you would have told me, if you would have worn a fucking Wolverine shirt to high school,
let me do that.
Made fun of.
Yes, big time.
A few years later, when I say a few, I mean a lot more than a few. It's fine. Yep. It's cool. We got a segment on our YouTube show.
Yep.
Boom. Take that, Randy LaLouve, who was Larry LaLouve's brother, that made fun of me for wearing a shirt in high school. Look at me now.
The LaLouve brothers.
I'm getting paper. I'm not getting paper. I just have a paper. I have this paper. That's what I should have said. All right, we're done. That's
it.
That's it, man. That's it. Let's talk about next week, October 1st, this Saturday. UFC Fight Night, Lineker versus Johnson. You're gonna break it down a little bit, right, on your show? Yes. Give another shout out to your show.
TSPN. Mm-hmm. I'll have the link all over my Twitter. So
sweet. In and around your Twitter. In and around your Twitter.
All over my Twitter.
Almost.
What part of your body would be your Twitter?
Duh.
Like the earlobe is my Twitter. Touch my Twitter. Fondle my Twitter right now.
I don't have nothing. I just saw you like dill your Twitter, and I had nothing.
Twitter diddling.
Twitter diddling. Hashtag Twitter diddling. Oh God, that's gonna be a bad one. Don't do that one. Don't do that.
See,
one.
I feel like you're gonna be this huge like hotshot MMA writer one day. I'm gonna be on somebody's random show, and they're gonna bring up all these old videos of us
Probably.
talking all this crazy shit.
I hope so. I hope. I can only dream. Bring it up. Twitter diddling.
Twitter diddling.
Twiddly diddly doo. I think it's a song. All right. So just singing again. So then the following Saturday after Lineker versus Johnson, which is awesome. John Dotson. Excuse me. Lineker and Dotson, not Johnson. I'm thinking the tough. That's why I wrote that. John Lineker, John Dotson. John Lineker? Yeah.
Yes.
John versus John. Winner gets to keep his name. Winner changed his name to Jim. Yeah. Good luck, Jim. Maybe Jim Dotson. So Saturday, the October 8th, like the Ohio State, the October 8th.
UFC Aggression is that night too.
It is
October 8th.
October 8th. Also UFC 204. Bisping and Henderson. Look at this. Like,
why did you even do that?
I didn't do that. The printer does two-sided.
Yes, all of this. Look, this is the front side. The back side literally has versus Henderson.
I could have just like moved everything up, or maybe not made this font like 25. Yeah. So UFC 204. Bisping and Henderson. That's it. That's October 8th. Cage Aggression that night too. Good luck to everybody around the QC fighting on that.
Yes.
I've been seeing some posts come up. Big fights coming up. Yep.
I'll be there.
Yep.
Talk to some people.
All right.
Tweet it out. I like diddling my tweeter.
Twitter? Oh, Tweeter? Now you changed to Tweeter? Or
Twitter.
You said Tweeter?
I said tweeter.
Yeah, you said I like diddling my tweeter. God fucking damn.
God. Yeah, this is bad.
That's it. We're
this
done.
Is bad.
What's the timeline? Yep, we're over. All right.
Yep.
So, Kick and Make Up show. We are live from Parker's Pub. Thank you to my brother and his wife and his dog inside for letting us come here and take over this. I imagine this won't be the last time we're in this place.
No, I'm sure we'll be back.
Yep. Got to give a big shout out to Analog Arcade Bar, 302 Brady Street, Davenport, Iowa. We will get our schedule synced to be back there soon. Do another show from there. Neon Energy Drink, www.glowenergy.neonenergyclub.com, and www.kickandmakeup.com is the website. At Kick and Make Up is the Twitter handle for the shows. At Hybrid MMA is mine. At Jeremy JD Dorsey is yours. Instagram, YouTube, no Facebook group page. Don't do it. We're done. I think we're done with that. So we'll just leave it at that.
Show's over.
Sorry, Cactus.
But you know the good thing about the cactus is that if we decide to bring the cactus back, more likely than not it won't die.
It'll still be there. Yeah, cool. Aw, look at you. You still care about the cactus.
Silver lining.
Playbook.
Hot take.
Hot cakes. I want a hot cake right now. Is that the thing though? Isn't it a pancake?
Yes. Well, they call them hot cakes at like McDonald's.
Yeah.
Man, I don't. Is that like a Southern thing?
Oh, it is because we went to eat and they had hot
notice.
cakes and they were made like they're grainier. As on the bottom, we got like chicken and waffles, and my fiance got pulled pork on top of hot cakes.
Oh my God, how was that?
Delicious. I ended up eating that later too.
Wow.
Delicious, man.
Like barbecue?
Yeah, barbecue pulled pork. It was breakfast
with
over
like the
hot
syrup?
cakes. Like, well, the syrup came with mine for the chicken waffles, but hers was just pulled pork over hotcakes, and the hotcakes were like little.
That's interesting.
They were delicious, dude.
That's interesting.
Freaking delicious. All right. Well, that's it, man. American Hybrid.
That's it.
Jeremy J.D. Dorsey.
Hot take.
Kick and make up. Remember, don't solve in the streets. Take it to the cage and kick and make up. Slow motion. What's up here? Oh, my elbow's coming down.